guessing at one point, to be honest, I thought it was Ethan, the husband, that killed the psychiatrist. I was like, did that just happen? I'm like, oh damn. Welcome to the book review of Never Lie by Freida McFadden, and let me say, this one has been an emotional roller coaster. I finished reading this a few days ago, but I honestly did not know how to rate this book. I went in thinking it would be a 5-star. It was my first read of the year, and I went in with a lot of expectation, which, let me say, don't do that. Don't do that. So it went from a 5-star to me all the way down to 2.5 or 2-star. But I distanced myself from the book, and with the distance I got, I can honestly say I really did enjoy the book, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking for a slow-paced, suspense-filled thriller. Now, for those of you who are wondering, Never Lie is basically a book about a married couple, Ethan and Trisha, who basically got stuck at this home that was recently owned by a missing psychiatrist called Adrian. Now, I'm trying to do this with as little spoilers as possible because, I don't know, some persons don't like it, and I don't like spoilers sometimes, and then sometimes I do. So I'm trying to stay in between the no spoilers. I don't know what you'd call that, but that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to do as little spoilers as possible. And I do apologize if I'm looking away. I do talk a lot, and I'm trying to stay on track. So I will from time to time look down because I have some notes written in my book here. So I do apologize for that. And I do apologize if the lighting is bad along with the audio. It's really hot in here, and I do have a fan running in the background, so sorry for that as well. Now, this is my first review. I'm not gonna lie. I normally just read book for fun. That was it. But when I was looking for reviews on Never Lie, I didn't really find much reviews, and there's BookTube, and I fell into the trap of book talk, so here I am. I hope you do like it, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share, you know the rest. I do appreciate it. It's no additional cost to you, and hopefully you might get some much better content in the future, but you have to stick around to see that. Needless to say, now what did I like about this book? Initially, I had thought that this book would not have any suspense, because when I initially finished reading it, I did not find any suspense, to be honest. But then again, I was comparing it to James Patterson. Normally, all the thrillers I read are usually James Patterson book, but looking back, it did have a lot of suspense because I was wondering who killed the psychiatrist that's missing, because it turns out that she's actually dead. Halfway through, I was guessing. At one point, to be honest, I thought it was Ethan, the husband, that killed the psychiatrist. I was like, yeah, her husband's a killer, and I initially thought he was also going to kill her too. Little did I know, he did kill someone, but it wasn't her. And so I kept wondering throughout the book, and when you read it, if you do decide to read it for yourself, and I hope you do, you'll see that the killer is not who you expected. Not who you expect, especially since Trisha had initially found some tapes that belonged to the psychiatrist, and she was listening to some of her sessions, and throughout the sessions, you'd have initially thought it would have been one of her patients that goes by the name EJ. Then after moving along from Ethan, I thought it would be EJ or even her boyfriend Luke. Turns out I was definitely wrong. I've never been so wrong in my life. I'm usually right about these things, to be honest. So what did I dislike? The author kept repeating through Trisha, because Trisha is one of the point. It's a multi-point of view book written from the missing psychiatrist Adrian and Trisha, the wife. Now, Trisha, every chance she gets, she keeps repeating how long she's been married for, as if we didn't know from the first chapter. There is one thing I should hate about the book, it's that. And so when you think of it, I don't really hate anything, to be honest, except the repetition. Now, did this book have any plot twists? When I say plot twist, P should add an S, said plot twists. Plot twists. Plot twists. Plot twists. Yeah. Sorry. You ever see a word and it sounds so weird, you have to be wondering if that's actually the word? Yes, it has multiple plot twists. And these are plot twists that you'd have to be really good to see these ones coming. I was like, what? Did that just happen? I'm like, oh, damn. But as I said, I'm trying to do this with as little spoiler as possible, so I will not be releasing too many information. And for those spoiler lovers, I do apologize. And those who like spoiler-free content, you're most welcome. Now, who would I recommend this to? If you're looking for a really slow-paced suspense thriller, then definitely give this a read. If you're someone who likes the fast-paced thriller, no, I would not recommend this to you. Yeah, most definitely would not. Now, would I give this book another read? I would love to say so, but unfortunately, although it wasn't a bad book, I didn't enjoy it enough to want to read it again, to be honest. And one of the reasons being, if I'm being honest, is when you get to the end of the book, you will understand that you could have just, if you are one of those readers who are good at like guessing books or figuring out plots, you would realize that you can read the last 6 chapters and still did not miss anything from the book, to be completely honest. So in all itself, as I said, it wasn't a bad book. I would most definitely recommend it. There wasn't much that I disliked about it, and there wasn't much to really per se like other than the plot twist. However, it is a thriller. It's a suspenseful thriller. So you would expect that there would be some plot twists. So now, what are my final thoughts and rating? Now, I gave this book a 4-star. One of the reasons why I did give it a 4-star, I did not have anything that I really per se disliked about this book, and it did what it's supposed to do. It kept me suspense, it kept me reading, and it did kept me hooked. I would have liked for it to be a little bit faster, at a much faster speed, but it is what it is. It is a 4-star for me. And was there anything that stick with me? I have to give the author props. I did love the ending line, which is, two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Now, if you're a Pretty Little Liars fan, you all too well know that song. So I do want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you do subscribe, and I do apologize if I was babbling a lot. I usually do that. I was about to say usually don't, but I usually do. So I want to say stay safe, stay healthy, stay fit, and I hope I do see you in another book review. Mwah.